Hi everyone, and I am your Sri, and I am back with another video like what all steps you need to follow once your STEM OPT is activated. So that means I'm going to cover like what are the evaluation forms in the STEM OPT, and at what time and what dates you need to upload the STEM OPT, and what all precautions you should be taken while you are in the STEM OPT for a period of 24 months. So let's cover everything in this video. And in case if you're watching this video for the first time in my channel, and I'm Sri, I would like to make videos of like visa and whatever the travel videos, daily vlogs and whatnot, everything in my channel. So if you like any of our videos, please stay subscribed to my channel and also follow on my Instagram for everything timely updates, and also share with your friends. Let's get started. So coming to the video, so once your STEM OPT has been activated, or once your STEM OPT has been approved, you will be receiving the receipt notice initially. So once you receive the receipt notice, after that you're going to get, when you look into the uscis portal, it will be updated as STEM OPT has been approved and your card has been made. So within a period of like 2 to 4 weeks, you'll be receiving your STEM OPT card physically. So once you receive the STEM OPT card, try to go to the SAVP portal which you have logged previously for the OPT period. I made it clear. So once you log into the STEM OPT portal, so just update your employee details. In case, so you need to update the employee details as per your I-983 form that you have mentioned your employee details. So mention your employee details and what all, in which position you are holding, and write, that's it, write the description, that's it. So after that, on the other side of the page, or on the other side of the website, you are going to have a like the table form. So that is called the evaluation form for the STEM OPT students. So in case, so there is no need to worry, like there is no need to worry or get, hey, detail login somewhere. So the issue is like, there is no issue in that. So once your STEM OPT has been activated, automatically the website is going to show you the report form. So that is for the STEM OPT candidates. So in the evaluation report, there will be specific dates mentioned as per your STEM OPT start date and end date, and what status you need to update. And about after the status, on the other row, you will be having the status as it's submitted or it's not submitted. So coming to the video. So once your STEM, so as per the dates mentioned in your portal or in your, as per each candidate has different dates. So the dates will be specified as per your STEM OPT start date and STEM OPT end date. So you need to mention or finish the evaluation reports or the forms on or before the dates that was mentioned in your report. What will happen in case if you missed? So for example, if a candidate has missed to report their evaluation form or the report on the specific dates, the deadline has changed. So the deadline has, he did not update it as per the deadline. So as if you don't report, or if you don't update, or if you don't submit the evaluation reports, immediately your service will be terminated as ASAP, I can say. So as soon as the system alerts the uscis team or the whoever the officials that this candidate did not report their reports, so they are going to terminate your service then and there itself, and even anywhere, no one in the US can't help you. Just you need to leave the country. And the other thing is like, make sure while entering these details, make sure that these details should be verified by your employer. In case if your employer has changed their address, they need to update again and they need to send it to you, and you need to report each and all these evaluation forms should be reported to your DSO. I made it clear. Each and every report you need to mail to your DSO all the details what all need. If you're in case if your employee change, you need to update him the employee details, or else in their evaluation form you need to report everything to your DSO before the dates. So try to make it as reminders so that you can send it to your DSOs at least 2 weeks prior, or else at least 1 week prior, so that it will not be missed. I hope I made it clear. And one more thing is like, you cannot update on yourselves in your report, or else you cannot update your reports or submit. Each and everything you should be sent to your DSO, and there only he can update it on their side, from the school side. Once he updated, he will update you, and in the report you can see like the report has been submitted. I hope I made it clear. So what all will be there, and how the evaluation report will be done, I have made in each and every step, and I have explained it clearly. So watch complete video till the end.
Now, one side we can see the profile of our SAVP portal, and the other side for STEM students we are going to get this report. You can see here it is known as the STEM student due date announcements, where we can see the dates and everything what is mentioned here, along with our details, with the start date of your STEM OPT and the end date. Let's just move from here to here so that I can make you better. And in this report, and this is called the evaluation report of the STEM OPT. And whenever you are you have submitted your STEM OPT application and it's get activated, so once it's activated, when you log into your SAVP portal, it automatically shows you the STEM OPT report. So if it's accepted, then it's sure you will get this type of report in your profile. So coming to this profile, you can see there are like couple of dates, and the other row it is mentioned like what is due, and the other one is like current status. So coming to the dates, so these dates are like I can say it starts with your STEM OPT start date and it's going to end with your STEM OPT end dates. In between these dates, there are a couple of dates. These are given for every 6 months, 12 months, and 24 months duration. So coming to the rules, while you are in STEM OPT, you must give each and every information to your school DSO for every 6 months. Coming to the first 6 months, we are going to give the validation report of your employer for your address and employer information. That means the thing like the employer which you have mentioned in your I-983 previously. So if it's the same, then that's fine. Then you are going to send your DSO the mail saying that I need to submit my validation report for address and employer information for the first 6 months, and there is no change in the employer information and address. Then your DSO is going to make sure that there is nothing change, and if needed he will ask some many details like if there isn't change your address or your contact, and he will update from your side. Then the current status will be shown it as submitted. So unless and until it is not going to you didn't send your DSO, the current status will be blank. So for first 6 months, we are just submitting the validation report of address and employer information, whether it's correct or not. After 1 year, like after 6 months, then it becomes like 12 months. That is called 12-month period. So after your 12 months, and we are going to submit the evaluation report of the student progress, and this should be written in page 5 of our I-983 form which we have submitted previously. So you are going to send these evaluation report I-983 form to your employer, so that the employer will enter the details about your training plan, how is it going regarding the evaluation and everything, what needs to be done. He will be entering those details in the page 5 of the I-983 form. Once he has done, he will be sending back to you, and then you are going to send those I-983 form to your school DSO again, and he is going to check from his side if everything is correct or not. Then he is going to submit it again into the portal of the SCVP. Then it's going to the current status will be changed to submit. And again after 12 months, and again we are going to have a 6 months validation report for our employer information and address, whether it is correct or not. Then we are going to submit it again, and the last one is like again 24 months, in which we are going to submit again one more evaluation of the student progress, which is available in the I-983 form of page 5. Then again you are going to send it to your employer, and he is going to fill the details, and you will send back to your DSO. In the meantime, the dates which are mentioned here, make sure that you need to submit the report on or before on the date which is given your SCVP portal. For each and every student, the dates are different because the STEM OPT start date and end date will be differ from student to student. So what you are going to do, as soon as you receive the STEM OPT is activated mail from the uscis, then just log into your SVP portal. Then you're going to have these dates mentioned here. So one perfect thing we can do is add these dates to your calendar of your mobile and your Google, so that make a reminder that you are going to have in to submit the reports. Don't make the reminders as For example, in this case, for this candidate, they are going to submit on July 29th. So make sure you mark the reminders 1 month prior. The reason I'm asking you to mark 1 month prior is that the employer will the employer will need some time to submit the information. So we need to give him time, like for some like at least like 2 weeks, I can say, or else sometime they are going to get back to us within a week as well. Okay, so that's the reason. Mark your reminders at least 1 month prior so that there will be no delays. And one more thing is, like as I said earlier, in case if you miss these deadlines, then your STEM will be terminated. Not only the STEM, your service will be terminated automatically. For example, here it is already submitted on July 29 for this particular candidate. Let's go to the other one, is like Jan 29 2026. If in case this candidate did not submit the evaluation report on Jan 29, and then the candidate's service termination will be done on Jan 30 itself, then no one can help you, even your DS4, even if you send afterwards. These rules are strictly followed by the uscis and all the candidates. It should be mandatory. And coming to the rules, it is given that evaluation of the student progress in page 5 from I-983. When you stop working for a STEM employer or before your STEM OPT authorization ends. So you need to, until and unless, you need to mention these details. And these are due within 10 days of your after your stop working for the employer. That means if you stop working for a particular employer within, then you need to report again to your DSO within 10 days, as we used to do for the same for the SCVP portal in your OPT period as well. It's the same thing here, but make sure you follow these rules and validation reports. And for and it is mandatory that you should only send to your school DS4 each and every evaluation report for every 6 months, 12 months and 24 months. You cannot do it yourself on your SCVP portal. Okay, I hope I made it clear. So don't forget to send it to your DS4. And if you have any issues in using the SVP portal, just mail your DS4. Like if you have any issues, or you can mail me, or else you can drop a comment on this video below so that I can at least help you in case if your DS.
Let's go.